Hello, Facebook friends. Well, I'm down at the tent encampment. This is on 10th and Cass. I'm keeping up with my investment of some necessary items that I got for the tent encampment to make their stay just a little bit easier. They couldn't get city government to do it, so I kind of stepped in and did it. And so far, so good. The last thing I got was this Porta Potty. That was delivered about a week ago. The last one they had was taken away. They were not able to get another one. And so obviously there are 30 people living here, and you certainly have to have toilet facilities. That's a must. So that's kind of an emergency situation right there. And the company came down, and he actually recognized me from television, and said, okay, look, because it's you, we're going to drop it on down here and see how it all works. Because sometimes there are some issues and some challenges, but they have been really taking care of it and making sure that no items are thrown into it that shouldn't be thrown into it. And so it is working just great. I had the company call me today and give me a thumbs up and said everything is going fine. So yeah, so I wanted to get involved and do things that are absolutely necessary. A lot of people bring food and everything by. That's important, but obviously some items like this are critically important too. When you obviously have to go to the restroom, especially the women here. I got that from Kevin, who's kind of a spokesman for the tent encampment, and he said this porta potty is important for everybody, but especially for the women who are staying in the camp, that it is essential, really important to have it here. So they are really safeguarding it. They put the lock on it at night so that nobody comes along and just puts clothes down it, and that's trouble that they had before, is people coming along late at night who weren't even associated with the camp and putting all kinds of items in it, and that obviously did not go over too well, but it's going over well now. And the second thing that I've gotten, and so we have this, and I pay for this each and every month, so this is an ongoing item here. So this is not something you do for one day. This is something you do and you pay for each and every month because it's needed. It's kind of one of those ongoing things. As you know, you need toilet facilities on an ongoing basis. The other thing I got for the tent encampment, as you saw, was the trash dumpster. They had been without a dumpster since like the summertime, and trash had just piled up. It was everywhere. It was all the best bags of garbage piled all along the sidewalk, and it was just an absolute mess. The health department sent inspectors out and said that it was a big problem and something needed to be done. Couldn't get the city to really get on this and do anything, and so God put it on my heart to do something and rent the dumpster on a monthly basis, so they would have a place to be able to put the trash, and that is the what we've got here. So they bring at the end of the month, they'll come and pick up the one that's full, drop off one that's empty, and then take away the one that's full. I'm talking to one of the people who represents this tent and camp. This is Jamie.
Hi.
Jamie, so what are your thoughts about the porta potty and the
I'll spend time at each camp.
okay, the porta potty and the trash?
We are very thankful that it's back because it does help a lot of people. It helps make sure this place stays cleaner, but we are monitoring it very closely because we don't want the same accident to happen to where we don't have one. And the trash can is a big blessing. I mean, it helps us out as far as helping us get the trash picked up, to get the thing, to get the land looking better, to get the grass to help grow better, because it is almost springtime, and we definitely want to make this place look a lot better.
Why does all this make a difference?
This all makes a difference.
Let's start with the porta potty.
Yeah, it makes a difference because us women, we're not really, I mean, being homeless, we're not really necessarily shy people, but it is harder for us to keep ourselves cleaned up if we don't have a bathroom. We have we have certain needs that men, don't
Right.
have.
I
and-
got it. We
yeah.
got it. Yeah.
But it helps out a lot. It helps out a lot of us, even ones who can't. Some
Right.
people can't walk very well.
And you were saying a lot of it is that the homeless are people too.
We are people too. We're not animals. We don't expect to get a golden hand to us, but we expect at least some decency.
Mm-hmm.
We like to use things just like everybody else does. There's no difference.
So it makes a big difference.
It does. It makes big difference, but it also is a great bigger help than what people think it is. What people take for granted like that kind of stuff, we don't. We know what it is, and we know what it is to go without. So we are extremely grateful for that. But like I said, we're going to keep it cleaned up. People care more about it up here now. So let's hope for the best with it all. And hopefully it'll get to stay.
Were you surprised when I told you that I was going to get both these items, a trash dumpster and the porta potty?
Now with the dumpster, I was actually okay. I was thinking, all right, I know he can do this. But a porta potty, I wasn't too sure. I was like, okay, well, I'm crossing my fingers. I know he's got it. He's got stamina. He's got, more of the political mouth to be able to do it. I'm hoping he can come through with it. So that was a shock, but I was extremely happy. I was extremely happy to see it. At first, I thought maybe somebody just dropped it off because I didn't even know it was usable.
Mm-hmm.
So I was extremely happy. And a lot of people were happy up here too, and grateful to you. So we don't have a lot of people represent us like that around here. So to have that is good. It is really good.
Why is that important?
Because people don't like to listen to us. People don't hear what we have to say. They think that we should either be in jail or we're nobody. But that's wrong, actually, because we are people. I mean, some of us got backgrounds, good backgrounds. Some of us have, college degrees even, but we've fell on hard times due to whether if it's homelessness, drugs, whatever the case may be. A fire, we don't always have the help that we need. So this camp makes it possible. So
Well, good
everything
deal.
helps.
I'm glad that this is working out.
Yes.
And I'm glad that having the porta potty is working out.
Yes.
And having the dumpsters working out.
Is great.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. We're going to keep monitoring it, and hopefully it continues to grow.
And I'm going to keep it up.
Yes.
It's so I pay
We
for this
actually
on
got about 5 new people now.
I pay for this on a monthly basis. So
Yes, and so we will make sure that we do not take it for granted. I promise you that. It will not be taken for granted at all, and we very much appreciate you for that.
and it's something you can use.
Yes, and it's something we can use. Yes, sir. You be right about that.
All right. Hey, thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Ellie.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank
All right, so there we go. This was something that, like I said, this was something that I decided that I was going to do. They did not have like I said, behind me, they didn't have a porta potty. That was a critical one because everybody needs to have toilet facilities. And seeing that they did not have one, I took it upon myself. God put it on my heart to get them the porta potty so they would have this to use. And obviously that's very critical. There are about 30 people here at the homeless encampment. I knew they needed something. I knew they needed a porta potty. There was obviously no way around it. And the trash was piling up so very high at the encampment and along the along the sidewalk and everything. Trash had been piling so high because the dumpster was taken away in the summertime and it had not been replaced. And we really couldn't get the city to put in a dumpster, so I decided that I would rent one myself for them, and so I'm renting this on a monthly basis. And so far, so good. They've got a place that actually they can put their trash in. And once I got to tell you this again, once I rented the dumpster, Mike Avery organized a volunteer effort to help the homeless to clean up the trash that had been piling up since the summer, for months. And it was just all over the place. It was just it was just crazy. And Mike Avery got a volunteer group together. People came and they came down here, and along with the homeless, they were able to clean it up and get it back looking decent. And so obviously that's important, and that's the way they want to keep it. But both items, like I said, very important to people here. One of the biggest things they said is that they're people too. And they want to be able to feel like people. As they said, they're not animals. They are people, and they need the they need the facilities that any other person would need. We all need a way to dump our garbage and dump our trash. We need that. We all need toilet facilities. We need that as well. And so what they maintain is that, you know, just because they're homeless doesn't mean they're not people, and doesn't mean that these items and these things are not important to them. So they're just as important to them as they are to anybody else. And they wanted to keep, obviously, that pride in who they are. And they wanted to keep their living environment as good as they could. So I am going to continue to stay on top of this, my Facebook friends, as God leads me to do. Stay on top of some of the needs. Like I said, they've got a lot of groups that bring food and bring a number of items that are necessary. One of the things they do say they do need, if you want to donate something, are cleaning supplies for the porta potties. There were some people who came and brought some cleaning supplies. There were some people who came and brought some cleaning supplies for the porta potty. So if you do want to donate something, you can bring some cleaning supplies so they can keep the porta potty clean, and that would be a welcome sight. So anyway, that's the status right now of how everything is working. The porta potty I rented is working well as the trash dumpster, both working well for the people down here at this tent encampment where about 30 people are living. So in the event, I of course am going to stay on top of the situation, and it certainly will help as the Lord leads me to help my Facebook friends.